Hey everybody, it's we're playing Orcs Must Die. I'm Koto.
And I'm Cyd, and I don't know anything about this game. This is the first time I'm seeing it, actually. I only know about Orcs from freaking Elder Scrolls and Lord of the Rings, so...
Cutscene.
Oh, let's just talk through this, come on. Come on, this isn't a Let's Play.
I guess. But basically... Basically, the gist of this first part is the guy teaches his apprentice how to fight orcs and stuff, and he dies. And so his apprentice is left doing his work for him, and he's, you know, the world is doomed.
Oh man. And then a hero, of course, arrives. Is he a silent protagonist?
No, he's not. He actually, he's kind of talkative.
He looks like Ash from Evil Dead, or like Army of Darkness specifically, like... You know about Army of Darkness, right?
Not really.
Oh man.
Well,
okay.
Basically, this guy likes to talk. He makes a lot of jokes. A lot of people like to argue that he's, you know, kind of not funny.
Well,
I don't.
Cheesy jokes, right?
It's somewhat. I'd say there's a good balance.
Yeah, you probably should have had subtitles on.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, maybe I'll put them in. At this point, I actually have some traps actually unlocked that you don't actually have your first time playing through this level.
Oh man!
So
first timers, you're screwed. He's gonna use stuff that you don't even have yet.
Like, haha, I have this, you don't.
Oh yeah,
so like
you have these portal smashers.
I believe the only thing you actually have in this first part is your little sword thing, your crossbow, and the spike strip on the ground. And you see, I'm using wall spikes. You don't even have wall spikes at this part in the game.
Okay, like, do they crush stuff like in Portal 4? Smash. Okay.
So it helps. It helps for your score in this game, so you can earn more money for more traps. If you can get as many headshots as possible.
So yeah, this is a tower defense game.
Yeah, it's a tower. It's like a 3D tower defense game.
Yeah.
Just imagine those 2D tower defense games you play on random gaming websites. Only it's 3D. They put a lot of work into it.
It's not made in Flash.
Yeah.
It's not made in Flash.
Not made in Flash, thankfully.
Flash games on an arcade. Oh man.
Yeah.
And you're like, it seems to be pretty over the top. Like you have springs.
They have plenty of blood in this game, surprisingly. I think there's a PC version of the game. I think you can actually turn that stuff off. I'm not entirely sure.
You can turn it into bubbles.
Oh no! Wait, it's in the settings in the beginning of the game before you start, or maybe if you pause, it's in the settings. But you can turn blood off if you're not into that.
You can do that in Gears of War, games, like. But yeah, like it's an M-rated game anyway. Like like it's nice, but like, is someone squeamish? Like, they know what they're getting into. It's like, oh, thank God they have.
Well, maybe a parent buys their kid the game irresponsibly and doesn't know what they're getting their kid into, and they're like, well, I don't want to go return the game. I might as well, just turn blood off.
They also censor it. Like, they censor the swear words, the curse words, the cusses that Bender from Futurama will say. Same guy who plays Marcus Phoenix.
It is?
Yeah.
He
gets around.
I'm not much of a Gears of War fan.
Well, I'm not either, but I just know that. And he also plays. I'm sure you're not a fan, but Adventure Time he plays Jake. God.
Don't speak of that show. Don't speak of that show to me.
I like that show.
I don't.
What are you talking
about? Anything Cartoon Network has been. Those like Chowder. Is that Nickelodeon? What is Chowder?
That's Cartoon Network.
That's Cartoon Network. Okay. Well, basically, a lot of the newer shows.
No, I like Chowder, and I like there's like the shows I don't like is Johnny Test. Johnny Test is a really crappy show. I don't like that. Yeah. But I like Adventure Time. Like. Another show I don't like.
I just feel like Cartoon Network decided to take a completely different direction with their shows. Like back in the day, you used to have Dexter's Laboratory, all those shows that we grew up with. Well, I really probably shouldn't be getting into that.
They had Semi Kite made by Gendy Tartakovsky.
Well,
who also did Dexter's Laboratory, and that show was fantastic in after season 2. But that show was pretty awesome. Like he also did Samurai Jack, and he knows how to make an animated action scene, and also have characters. He also did Clone Wars. Clone Wars the cartoon.
We probably shouldn't be getting into that. We should probably stick on topic.
What am I supposed to talk about? He's fighting orcs. Warning. You are dangerously IRC.
No, it just said I'm not on Xbox Live. I wasn't connected to internet while I was playing this, so it couldn't put me on any leaderboards.
Another show I don't like in Cartoon Network. Mad. Yeah, it kind of misses the point of the magazine, and it's just it's so lame.
What
Mad.
show? Mad?
You know, the cartoon show Mad that they have now.
I didn't see it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's been on for like a year.
Did they just start it?
No, it's been on for like a year.
Well, see, I don't watch TV as much anymore.
And Level Up, oh my god, that is total pandering. Like, that is total pandering, like, we're nerds! Yeah, level up! Alright, high five! Like, oh my god, that is just, that show. that effing show. Oh god.
Something I didn't realize when I was playing this just now is I just put wall bumpers.
Yeah.
There's like this axe thing, I guess, like where axes come out of the wall and they like just completely murder. They tear orcs to shreds pretty much, and instead of putting the wall axes or whatever,
something I
put wall bumpers and. Instead, they just push the orcs.
So this is like a medieval version of Home Alone, right? I'm just setting these ridiculous...
That would actually be a very accurate... Oh, wait. Okay, see, my traps... My little bumper things on the floor over there didn't work quite like I planned. There's an acid pit right in the center. Where it's supposed to fling them into the acid pit.
On a side note, I would love to see a tower defense game based on the Home Alone franchise. That would be awesome. Like, just the two guys just keep coming, and you keep sending these traps.
You know, it's very similar, actually.
I can see that. Like, except he didn't have things that tore them to shreds.
Right.
He just had things that, like an iron fall on the guy's head and it leaves a mark. Aw. And like a nail going through his...
What would have happened? Do you think the movie would have had nearly as happy of an ending if the kid had accidentally ended up killing one of the guys?
That would have been a really dark ending. He would have cried. Like, their corpses. This is supposed to be fun!
Well, like, the movie would have, like...
It would have turned rated R, like...
Yeah, real fast.
It would have become a drama. Like
what do you think the cops would have done, too, once they show up at the house and they find both guys dead?
Corpses. Like,
the kid probably would have been admitted to, like, some kind of psycho facility.
Well, you're saying the kid. Like, I've seen that movie enough times to know his name is Kevin.
Kevin.
Like,
Kevin!
Kevin! He's on the airplane.
I know his brother's name is Buzz.
Yeah.
I always associated...
And he had the...
I always associated his name with Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But
and he's like looking at himself in the mirror, like while putting like.
He always seemed more like the Cyd character from Toy Story.
Yeah. Well, actually, Home Alone came out in the '90s, so maybe Toy Story saw that and was like, oh, okay, I guess. Yeah. Then again, when you have an older sibling, like, that's what they do.
I don't know,
Luckily, I'm the oldest.
He just seemed like a bad.
Buzz or Cyd?
Buzz from both. They're both bad kids.
Cyd becomes a garbage man according to Toy Story 3.
There's an I don't know if you'd call it an Easter egg since it's a movie, but like
unless it's just a guy with the same shirt. But
right, there's a guy in Toy Story 3 who picks up their garbage and he has the same.
And we are not even talking about this game. But okay, yeah, yeah, he has the same shirt. But you know, he seems to be happy. He's not crazy. He wasn't like traumatized for life by it. Like, I was assuming that if they made a third movie, it would be about him, like, being this crazy recluse that's like, the toys are alive! And, like, that would actually...
Like Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents, you mean?
Yeah, but he actually tries to prove it, and he's like, hey, Andy, I see you got The toys over there. And he returns. Yeah, like, and yeah, we got the orcs. Oh, even more.
Yeah, they start to overwhelm you at some point. Well, if you don't have enough traps.
Like, do the traps lose, like...
The traps, they don't, they take time to reset.
Okay.
And you can upgrade them so they take less time to reset.
And you have to worry about your own health, right?
Yeah, you do. Although, there's really no consequence to dying yourself. You just restart at the spawning point in the game. And you lose a little bit of your score, I think. But
so that's like Battlefront.
Sort of.
Star Wars Battlefront.
There's just no like consequence to dying.
Yeah. Man, they need to make Battlefront 3.
They do.
Yeah, like, I've seen, like, all these different, like, the betas that got canceled. Like, you're pissing money away, Lucas.
Well,
Lucas,
I don't think he's really associated with it, except
well, Lucas Arts. Like, come on.
Yeah, but...
They were the best-selling Star Wars games,
Lucas Arts doesn't really make any games except for the new one they're coming out with.
They used to. They used to make... Well, they used to not even make
Did they make Rogue Squadron?
No, that was Factor 5.
That was Factor 5, okay.
And Factor 5 is no longer with us. That company died out, so we won't be seeing any more.
What's that? It's one... What is it? You're not any of the actual Star Wars characters, but you're making your... You start on Hoth, and you're making your way... You know Han Solo, and you're making your way to your ship, I think.
Is that like Dark Empire?
It might be. I'm not sure.
Like, I don't like.
One of the levels is you're on Hoth. You're making your way to.
Isn't there like a live action game?
Yes, there.
Like a FMV game, like almost a video game.
I'm not. Yeah, I think so. But you start off on Hoth, and then you make your way to your ship, and then another one of the levels you're on this big tram, and you're jumping from cart to cart or whatever. I don't know. If anybody knows what that game is called, feel free to inform us clearly.
Or just go to Wikipedia and you're like, I need to be the one to do it first. I don't know, actually. That's what I assume when someone asks a question. They just go to Wikipedia. We're too lazy. We're not going to go.
See, the weird thing is, in school they always tell you never use Wikipedia. It's so unreliable. I'd say
I rely on it for movies and games, but kind of not so much on stuff that could get me a grade. Like, but I like to. Well, then again, you want to make sure everything's verified. That's the thing about Wikipedia,
right?
And yeah, that's a valuable lesson, kids. Make sure everything's verified and
cite your sources. Tip your waitresses,
and have a great day. Part 1 is over. Bye.